How is the fertilizer shortage hitting y'all? It's fucking affecting corn prices. Are you kidding me? Like it's one of the reasons why some grains are as expensive as they are because of the fertilizer shortage. So it's affecting us, and then it's in turn affecting everybody. Like everybody within the sound of my voice is affected by it now, and like not to bring geopolitics into it, but there is a very large percentage of countries like Brazil and other countries that get most of their fertilizer from Ukraine. So think about the implications of that. And like I was even talking with my dad about this. Like legitimate question. Like of course you're gonna plant something, but like if you're a farmer in Ukraine, like let's say rather than us here in Nebraska, we, you know, pick us up and plant us in our whole like family history and everything, and we just happen to live in Ukraine now, and we're Ukrainian farmers, but you know all other trajectories stay the same. You know, a silly thought experiment, but still, this is how it became useful. Like, what the fuck do you plant this year? Do you even plant anything this year? Like, what? Like, you obviously got to do something with the ground, but you could put your tractor in the field and it could get fucking blown up. Because other farmers are now hauling away tanks with tractors. And if the Russians see you, they might just commandeer your tractor and take all the fuel out of it. And like, well, fuck. So I would say, like, if you're going to plant a crop, you don't plant a tall one, not corn. You plant soybeans or something like that. So there's less opportunity for hostile parties to hide in. But the fact that you have to think shit like that is fucking disastrous. So to me, my heart goes out to Ukrainian farmers. I hope you somehow, some way find a way to make it through planting and through harvest and bring your crop in and somehow find a way to make your life and make your way through this happy, healthy, much the wiser, and you can all look back on 2022 and laugh. That is what I hope for you. We will see though. So I don't know. Tall crop might give you some camouflage. It might, you know, it's a double-edged sword though. So to me, it's, if you have home field advantage, you don't want to give extra cover. You know what I mean? Now, again, if you're relying on guerrilla, maybe that's something you want. But at this point, it sounds like it's largely urban warfare. But I could be wrong. But yeah, World War III, folks. Ain't it a great fucking world? It's unfortunate, but yeah, whether we like it or not, we are now in World War III. The major players are all in a worldwide conflict, and it's being played out in Ukraine. Now, I keep bringing this up. Are we going to get Berlin Wall 2? Are we going to get some version of the North Korean demilitarized zone where there's some new wall they build somewhere, and now we got to play hopscotch do-si-do around this fucking thing for the next 2 fucking decades? I think that's going to be the way that this conflict ends without anybody losing face. Putin just picks some spot in Ukraine and he builds Berlin Wall 2.0. Or maybe it's not even Ukraine. Maybe he builds it somewhere in the Balkans or somewhere. It could be anywhere at this point, but he's going to build some spot where we all got to play fucking do-si-do around now, because that's the kind of politic that the Russians seem to understand. They like that shit. They like to finally have us in a stalemate of some kind. Like I said earlier, I wish the Ukrainian farmers well. I wish this thing well, but I think we're going to end up with Berlin Wall 2.0, and I hope I'm fucking wrong. But the problem is we've got too many people with too much power that aren't willing to back down. The peacemakers are not going to be the ones that hold sway here. Putin is not going to just turn around and march out of there and say, oh, sorry, I fucked up. I mean, he could, but I would be shocked if that happens. Like, it's not impossible that it happens, but I would be shocked if that was the actual outcome, where Putin just says, sorry, all y'all, I fucked up. So I'm just going to leave and you have yourselves all a lovely, lovely evening. I don't see that. I see him, like I said, if he builds a wall somewhere, Berlin Wall 2.0, then you will remember that Phil K.O.E. said it was coming, and I got pushback from everybody. Samantha said, absolutely not. Tiberius said, no, there will be no Berlin Wall 2.0. This will never, 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 never happen. I might be exaggerating their position a little bit, but but they were saying this won't happen, Phil. Don't worry. We will not have Berlin Wall 2.0. But they also, like Samantha insisted to me that Elon Musk wasn't going to buy Twitter. Well, so I really hope that we're not going to land there, folks. But I don't see any other way for Russia to get out of this and not lose face with their own populace. Berlin Wall 2.0. Nobody else has to die. They get to fucking play this bullshit fucking Cold War fucking goddamn. Oh God, what was that movie Tom Hanks does, The Exchanges? Yeah, they can play that fucking game for the next fucking 20 years and they'll love it. Bandit, if there is a wall, I see a Moscow wall between US and China. Maybe, I think that might have been Russia's play or one of their thoughts, but I don't think that turned out because China looks out for China. They don't give a fuck about Russia. They don't give a fuck about America. They could give two shits on a fly. They only give a fuck about us and the fact that we buy a lot of their shit. That's it. That's all they care about. Other than that, they couldn't give a fuck. They will look after themselves first. And I'm sure China gave Moscow many assurances before they did this that they have not seen through. Because that's what China will do. They'll fucking say whatever they gotta say to get you to do whatever they want to do. And then the minute it's advantageous to them, they will fuck you as hard as they possibly can. Come on. I mean, if this is not news. That's something I'm like, come on, Putin. You had to know China's gonna try to fuck you as hard as they could. Bridge of Spies. Yes. Thank you. The great fucking movie. Well, but in the end, I think getting back to like our current world, China is. The thing is, everybody knows what everybody's going to do in this game now. Because I've laid out China's game plan. Fuck everybody as hard as they possibly can because it's what they do. And they do it very well. And they're fucking amazing at it. And so that's what they're going to do. And you can kind of count on that like clockwork. We know what America's going to do because we got Biden. Feckless leadership. So we know what America's going to do. It's going to draw very hard lines. Not fucking see them through. Obama's red line. He told Putin all he needed to know. He drew a red line. He even said, this is a red line. Putin or somebody crossed it. You know, you can say who the fuck crossed it. Nothing happened. So we know what the U.S. is going to do. We know what NATO is going to do. We know what China is going to do. We know what the European Union is going to do, which is just buy as much oil and gas from Russia as they can possibly do to, strangely enough, fund a war against themselves. I can see good luck. So we know what they're going to do. Maybe they'll turn the spigot off, but even then, oil, it's not like it don't sell. It's kind of like the Chris Rock joke about crack. No crack dealer ever went, damn, what am I going to do with all this crack? No, shit kind of sells itself. Oil kind of sells itself. The only person that we don't know what they're going to do is Putin. Yeah. When that powerful little fact sinks in, Putin's the only person that we don't know what he's going to do. Well, when you put it like that, shit. Yeah. So unfortunately, whether we like it or not, the ball is in his court. I don't like it. Putin's going to look out for Russia's best interests, and I am not Russian. So yeah, I don't like that. But this is, you got to understand the strategy. Putin, what he does is what, Like when I heard the other day that he was sending in more commanders and more troops and re-upping the effort in Ukraine, my first thought is, okay, when does Zelensky board a plane for Switzerland with lots of suitcases filled with cash? Because that's when you know it's over. When Zelensky's doing the press conference on the tarmac, do not worry, people of Ukraine, you have my support. We have not forgotten you. And then he gets on the plane and does the wave and the peace sign and stuff, and he flies away. That's it. That's over. Now, I've heard some folks joke. They're like, oh, fuck, he's already in fucking Switzerland or Poland, some shit. Like, you think, like, no, mate, I don't think so, but we will know. Time will ultimately tell what conspiracy theories and memes were correct. So we will see. Bandit, maybe Obama's colorblind. It was a green line. Yeah, that's the problem. Is I keep maintaining that if Trump was in office, this would not have occurred. I truly believe that this occurred because, well, look at how much he's able to get done. Putin was able to get done under Obama. He's not going to expect any pushback from Biden, and he hasn't really gotten any. Hell, Russian ships even fired on a U.S. submarine, and we had to send basically the equivalent like chaff. Basically, we had to fire our anti-missile technology at the missile. So an actual exchange, it turns out. Americans and Russians had an open fire exchange of their navies. Yeah. And Russia's flagship got sank. You think Putin's going to let that shit stand? No, I hope he does. I hope he says, I'm going to let that shit stand and just walk away. But I don't think he's going to, because, like I said, he can't lose face in this. And so it's a no-win situation for everybody.
Smooths itself out.
Back, tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow, it's hard to survive. El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.